Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the Lindy Fralin Noiseless Jazzmaster pickups. I have the box right here. I'm super excited to talk about these pickups. I've had them for a minute now and I've been messing around with them, and I'm excited to just show you what they sound like and the advantages and disadvantages, tonal differences. So for this video we're going to be using my 59 Jazzmaster as a baseline. So I'm going to obviously leave the pickups in this stock. I know that this is a little bit unfair of a bass line. It's a vintage instrument, but I think it makes it a good bass line because it is just a really good sounding Jazzmaster pickup. And this is about the perfect Jazzmaster pickup, at least from my experience. It's one of my favorite ones that I've heard on this instrument. The only other one that I thought sounded almost as good, if not maybe better, was the 61 that I talked about in the story of looking for this one. It was a Olympic white 61 with a tortoise guard. That sounded amazing, an Imperial vintage. But those pickups also sounded good, but these ones sound amazing, so we're going to use this as our baseline going forward in all these pickup demos. So I popped the Lindy Fralins in this guy, and we're going to use him to kind of talk about the differences in these pickups. So let's get into it. So for a baseline, let's just hear the bridge pickup of the Jazzmaster, and then I'll switch over to the bridge pickup of the Lindy Fralin on the 62. Here's clean. Middle pickup. Neck pickup. Rhythm circuit. So for this one, I'm going to kick on some overdrive. So let's take a listen to the bridge pickup of this guy with some overdrive on. You'll notice immediately a hum comes in. There it is. Okay, so let's take a listen to this bridge pickup. Now overdrive, you'll notice when I click on the overdrive this time, there will be no buzz. So here's the overdrive. Nothing, dead silent, which is super useful. So let's listen to the bridge pickup. Immediately you're going to notice it's a lot higher gain, which is fine. It's just a different sound, and I'll talk about my opinions at the end. Middle pickup, notice the hum goes away, hum canceling, middle position, out of phase. Here we go. Neck pickup. Rhythm circuit. So what I noticed right off the bat is obviously the pickup output is a lot hotter. It hits the overdrive harder. It sounds good, but it definitely verges more on P90 territory. It's a little warmer, rounder. It doesn't quite have that top-end sparkle that I'd expect or want out of a Jazzmaster, at least if I'm gravitating for a Jazzmaster for the purpose of playing a Jazzmaster. If you're playing rock, or if you really just like the look of these guitars and even like the single coil nature but just don't like the buzz, these are definitely something that's for you. Or if you're a rock player that's playing in punk bands or things like that where you're using a lot of distortion and you need noise canceling. Honestly, these are great. They're really close to Jazzmaster pickups. They're certainly closer than a lot of the other noiseless pickups, but they still have that noiseless characteristic. It's a little higher output. It's a little bit less clear, a little bit less clarity in these pickups. Not a bad thing. They're good sounding pickups for sure. I definitely use them, and I've left them in this for, man, I've probably had these for 6 months now, and I've left them in. And they sound great. It's just not my everyday perfect Jazzmaster sound, for sure, but I do like them. Again, so if you're really looking for something that's noiseless, that really removes the headache of having to volume pedal yourself in and out to avoid buzzing between songs, playing punk or rock where you're using a lot of distortion, and you need the sound to be tight and not have a bunch of noise in between the hits, I think it's a great option, to be honest with you. It does retain that Jazzmaster sound. It doesn't entirely abandon the Jazzmaster sound in order to get a noiseless characteristic. It still retains Jazzmaster-like qualities. It's definitely just a little bit hotter. So I'm definitely going to say it verges on a P90, but not in a bad way. It's not too P90E to where it's really heavy on the mid-range. It definitely captures a little bit of that scooped characteristic that these pickups tend to have. So I overall like them. I don't think I'm going to give them a rating or a score. I don't think I'm going to do that with these pickups. I think that's up to you guys to decide. Let me know what you think. If you rated it out of 10, what would you give these pickups? Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.